Good morning. I'm about to do a book review that nobody asked for. I repeat, nobody asked for this, but I feel like doing it. So I've been gone for like a week. Probably didn't notice, but I did a fast on meat, people, and social media. And I've been reading. But anyways, let me get straight to it because I don't want this to be too long. But okay, I read only books that were written by Black authors, but I did notice that sometimes people don't want to read books by Black authors. It's because like when you're reading like a book, it's sometimes like a fantasy, and it's hard to picture your mind in a fantasy when racism keeps being brought up. So that's something that I wanted to consider when I was looking for books. So I didn't really want to read something that always kept bringing up like race. Like, I'm reading to escape reality, so why am I continuously hearing about race, So okay, so this book was I read this in the first week of February. It was so good. OMG. I really like books that have like teenagers as like the main character, because it's like they don't have any real problems. Like, they don't have to worry about bills. They don't have like kids, I really liked this book. I highly recommend it. It's about a girl who loses her, I'm not gonna say it's a journal. She loses her notebook, and her notebook has like a lot of spicy stuff in it, like about her and other people, and someone finds it, and it gets crazy. I love this book. I didn't want it to end. I was like, what? This is the last page? No. Yeah, so I highly recommend this book, whether you are Black, white, whatever. It's a really good book. Please read it. The next book I read was this one. I didn't say the name of the other one. My bad. I'm not good at this. But this one's called Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry. Okay, really good book. The author is, I don't wanna butcher the author's name. So yeah, really good book. Okay, this one was the second book I read on the second week of February, and it's called A Low Country Bride. I really enjoyed this book. This book was about a young Blasian woman who is in the bridal industry. She's working in New York, and then she has to go to South Carolina, Charleston, to help with something, and she's dealing with a sickness, and then she encounters a few things. I liked it. It's just, I don't like a lot of like negative talk. Like, she talks very negative on herself, and then this book also goes back and forth from a man's perspective, and he also negative talks himself, and I'm like, I don't do that. So I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I'm like, why do they have so much self-doubt? It just made me cringe. I was like, oh, like, shut up. Like, I didn't like it. But both of them were dealing with grief. It talks about grief, it talks about love, it talks about sickness, it talks about career. This is a really good book, but I just didn't like all the self-doubt. It did have a little race in there as well. It did, it wasn't like, oh, we about to talk about slavery. It wasn't anything like that. It was just more so like, this is what I deal with, so it wasn't too cringe or anything, but yeah. Okay, this book took me like a really long time to finish. This book, so super good. Did not have anything to do with race. I loved it. It talked about, oh, and it's based in the UK. OMG, it was so cool to hear like the UK slang, like London slang, like, and then I read this book in my best UK voice, like, well, accent. Like, I tried my best. It's called The Upper World. Oh, I'm not even gonna tell you about this book, but first of all, the author blew me away. This guy, he is so smart. Like, he actually went into physics. Like, it's a sci-fi book, and it talks about time travel, and but it's from a younger kid's perspective in the UK. They're in high school, whatever, and talking about challenges and stuff like that. But he talks about like how time travel can be a thing and all the maths are right. And this is how I know. I went on TikTok after reading this book. There was this really young guy exploring math and physics and quantum whatever, and I was like, holy crap, this stuff is real. But he took that math and implemented it into a story, a really good story. This book is so good. Please read this book. It's so good. The next book is gonna come out. It's gonna be The Mirror World. Wow, this is about to be 8 minutes. The Mirror World is coming out and this summer, I think. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that. Gonna read this one next. I intended to read this one, all 4 of them in February for Black History Month, but I'm just now starting this one today. This one is called Dawn by Octavia Butler. It's supposed to be sci-fi. I like sci-fi because I want to escape my reality. But yeah, I'm excited. This book was written a long time ago, like way before I was born, so I'll let y'all know about this one. If you read it, you know, DM me, let me know. I don't know where I'm posting this to, but yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Like I said, this was a book review that nobody asked for, and it was way longer than I intended, so